And good evening. My name is Nix Marikuma. I am the owner of Marikuma Healing. Before we get started on our Cancer 2026 year reading, I'd like to introduce you guys on what I do. So, for you guys who are new or this video kind of just was sent to you or whatever, right? My name is Nix Marikuma again. I'm the owner of Marikuma Healing. We heal our mind, body, soul, and heart. We learn how to have mental health and take care of it better. We learn how to express our emotions without overdoing it or killing ourselves or others. We will learn how to listen to our bodies, rest when we need resting, work when we need working, and be able to manage our time, energy, and effort a lot better. We learn how to heal our spirit. We learn how to change bad habits and accept that we don't have to give everything to everybody and have boundaries and things of that nature. We talk about toxic and abusive and very traumatic relationships, situations, and things, how to move on past it, how to build ourselves up, how to love ourselves and take care of our own needs before we try to take care of others. We also talk about mental, emotional, physical disabilities. One of the disabilities I talk greatly about on my business is glaucoma. I suffer with it personally, and I've had it for like 28, 27 years. So I have a lot of experience in it, and I can like direct and guide you guys on how to handle it a lot better, right? We talk about depression and anxiety and rage, how to get treatments, help, surgeries, and things of that nature, as well as emotional support, animal guide dogs. We talk about witchcraft and things and spiritual practice, right? We talk about chakras and auras. We talk about meditation and grounding. We talk about different styles of witchcraft and what each type of healing is. The 6 steps of healing, which is forgiving yourself, working on your scars, focusing on your trauma and triggers, as well as letting go of unnecessary people. Learn to love yourself again and connect with others that are worth your time. I do palm readings. I read your advice with cards and your personality with your palms. So your character, I can read through your hand. I also do counseling and advice. I offer counseling and advice to those who need it. I am not a certified counselor, but I've counseled quite a few people while my business has been running for almost 2 years. We are celebrating a year of YouTube this year on December the 20th. Now, I'm either going to make a video most likely on the 23rd or the 18th or 19th, okay? Just to celebrate that, because on the 20th, I'm going to be celebrating with my family and everything because, again, it's a milestone. I didn't think I was going to make it on YouTube originally. My business was supposed to be on YouTube. Instead, TikTok let me do my thing. So my business has been on TikTok for like 2 years and it's been running for 2 years, right? We're celebrating that on January 8th. So, because of the 1 year of YouTube and 2 years of my business running, if you guys are interested in a year reading, whether it be past, present, or future, up until January 9th of 2026, it is 25K Uganda shillings through Airtel, MTN, and mobile money, as well as 20 USDs with PayPal and Zelle. So, again, the description on how I conduct my readings, counseling sessions, and readings with card or palms are in the description of the live. Hopefully, you guys enjoy. And again, welcome. We accept all, there's no bigotry, it is a safe place. Now, that being said, welcome to Cancer's 2026 year reading, where I'm going to read what next year has in store for my Cancer babies. Whether you are born under the zodiac sign, have it in your birth charts, or you have a Cancer spirit, or you're interested in what your Cancer friends are going to be going through, right? Some of this may be 100%, it may be 50 to 90, but hopefully it gives you clarity and gives you confidence to face 2026. We're pulling out the cards. So, what was 2025 all about? I'm going to take it, okay? It's all about moving on and getting to a better place mentally. So, it's been all about getting your mental health straight for this year. Work is all about healing. So, victimization and giving up is your outcome for career 2026, okay? There's going to be a lot of things I think you guys are going to learn how to just kind of let go and be able to move on. What is your finance? Okay. This is the one that I pulled out. So, hard work and reliability for your finance. This is going to be a very unique and interesting reading, man. What is yours? What is your love? Your love outcome is all about new opportunities. So there could be something new coming along. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm eating while I'm doing these videos. I know it's like super unprofessional, but I can't eat and then do videos because I'll end up forgetting that I'm eating and then do a project. So I have to eat while I'm doing these things. I know that's kind of like, bleh, but yeah. So I'm going to read out your cards, okay? And so, as you guys know, 2025, this year has been all about moving on and getting to a better place mentally, letting go of the past, work past it, and focus on your mental health a lot more. We'll get into the details as to why, if we have time, on this. It will either be like this is just where we're reading the cards out, and then part two will be like, hey, what's 2025 and career through spiritual outlook's gonna look like, and then part three will be like, January through December, problems, solutions, and the theme of 2026. Okay, so for your 2025, moving on, getting into a better place mentally, focusing on your mental health. All right, your career for 2026, all about victimization and giving up. There are some things you're going to have to let go. And you're also going to have to understand that you cannot give up on yourself. Okay. This is a healing card. The Nine of Hearts is spiritual growth and spiritual healing. Okay. And then Ten of Spades is healing in a sense like the 6 steps. All right. Like I told you guys in the introduction, right? So the first step is to forgive yourself. You're doing your best. You made choices that you thought were the best choices, regardless if they were good or not. We all have tough decisions to make. Nobody has the audacity, the right, or the privilege to make you feel like shit because you did something that you thought was right. Forgive yourself. You gonna make mistakes. You gonna continue to make mistakes. Believe and receive, baby. I make mistakes every day. I'm learning as I go. Okay? That's the first step of healing. The second step of healing, work on your scars. Memories are scars. Okay, they're a mental scar. Feelings are emotional scar. How your body reacts to stress and certain things is a physical scar. And how your spirit feels about certain situations when you're trying to not run on trauma and try to run on logicness, okay? Trying to run on, like, hey, what is my intuition and what is just me being so traumatized and so exhausted and tired that I'm out here jumping the gun, right? Okay. That's a spiritual thing. That's something that you're going to have to work on because you can't just run on being afraid, and you can't go over there and let bad situations control your life. I feel like this is like calling the pot kettle calling the black. You know what I mean? Like the kettle is black and it's also black as well. I can never say that thing right, but I'm sure you guys have correct me on it if you're hearing this. But yeah, I feel like it's a hypocritical thing for me to say because I'm still learning myself how to not run on like fear and trying to do my best to look at things in a logical but also like understand my feelings about certain situations. Like, and not only am I doing it in a logical way, I'm understanding it in an emotional way as well, and that's really hard because it's something that has to be done, but it is exhausting. It is exhausting, like balancing yourself out in that way. I'm being honest, it's exhausting and it's a pain in the ass. Anywho, the first three steps of healing are really hard. The last three steps of healing, super fun. So forgive yourself, work on your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual scars, work on your trauma responses. How do you handle stress? Do you meet it with aggression? Do you have a fight response? Do you avoid conflict and avoid uncomfortable situations because you're not comfortable with it? You don't want to face it and you have to avoid it at all costs. Do you have a flight response? Do you apologize all the time and put yourself down and agree to everybody and everything and don't speak your mind and cannot make decisions? Do you have a fawn response? Do you panic and have panic attacks or anxiety attacks? Do you faint? Do you black out? Do you dissociate? Do you have a freeze or flop response? When you're in constant survival mode, right? Your body doesn't know how to get off of that level. It is used to that level of extremeness. So when you're learning how to feel safe again and make sure that you are a safe person to be around, right? And to focus on healing and building yourself up. Your body doesn't know that it's not in danger anymore. You are relearning. You're wired to survive. So when you have to unwire that survival mode and make yourself be like, hey, they can't hurt us anymore. There's going to be a lot of rage, anger, and frustration because of it, because the people who did this to you will never apologize. They will never come up to you and genuinely admit that they're sorry that they put you sorry, through all this shit. It sucks, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I know for my healing, even though I've been doing it for like 7 years or so, right? There's still some moments where I think back and I'm like, I know that this was supposed to strengthen me and give me all that I needed so that way I could be better and be the person that would protect somebody in these certain situations. That's not what I wanted at the time. I wanted somebody to hold me. I wanted somebody to be there for me. Instead, I got a bunch of fucking lessons and a whole lot of trauma. Like, that's what everybody really wants, right? Just to be absolutely fucked up in so many ways and yet still smile every day and be like, everything's okay. There's frustration and anger and there's some rage, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's some times where I just get angry when I think about it. Cause I'm like, I didn't ask for any of this shit, but it happened. And I get that I'm the person that would protect other people now, but that's not what I wanted in the time. There's some frustrations with it. You have the right. You don't have the right to hold on to it. Okay? Speaking of holding on to it, you are going to let go. The fourth step of healing. Let go of bullshit people. Let go of fake ass people. Let go of people who are stressing you out for no reason. You deserve to be with healthy people, healthy for your mind, your heart, your body, and your soul, baby. If they're not good for you or they are not worth your time. There are people, real talk on business roads, there are people who are so bad for you. They make you mentally, emotionally, and physically sick. They stress you so badly and they take so much out of you that you can get sick being around them. Those are called peasants, okay? Peasants are people with low vibrational energy. It is not middle class. It is not lower class. It is not rich versus poor and what. It's not that. It's your energy, it's your effort, it's your time. They always complain. They never see the goodness in anything. They're always upset. They never want to change. They always complain. Cancer, you guys are queen, kings, and royals in between. Your energy is very high. Peasants cannot rise up. They refuse to grow. So they're stuck here. What they do is they complain and chip and chip and chip and chip at you until you're below them or at their level. Why? Because misery likes company. Don't do it. Don't be entertaining this bullshit. All right? So for your career, there's going to be some healing. Forgive. Work on your scars. Work on your trauma and triggers. Let go of unnecessary bullshit and people. 5, okay? You're going to love yourself again. You're going to learn to embrace yourself again. You shouldn't have to have so much stress and feel like you have to do everything at work. Work and family and situations and relations, right? Any type. No matter what you cut it, slice it, dice it, whatever, right? You got to be able to have people who give what you give. If you're giving a lot, they have to give a lot to you as well. They cannot be in a relationship where it's taking, taking, taking all day long. My shoulder is killing me. Oh my God, it's like my whole joint. I'm only 30. I think I'm a little too young to be having arthritis, but like, it is on fire. Oh my fuck. Anywho, sorry. Um, Yeah, so like I was saying, learning to love yourself is step 5 because you've been somebody else for so long, baby, that you've forgotten how amazing and how bodacious you really are. Okay? Now, step 6, the last step of healing, is all about connecting with people who are good for you. You took out all the unnecessary trash, right? You got rid of the old shit, the nasty people, so that way you can learn to love yourself and be able to connect with people who are worth your time. Now, when it comes to your finance, you're putting hard work and reliability. Whatever you do with your money and job, you're going to make sure you tie it into something that's hardworking for you and you can work for others and they can work for you back. It's reliable. You can depend on them. Okay. It makes sense. It is not something where I'm just going to be impulsive about and blah, blah, blah. No. Your mind is on your money and your career. That is bodacious and cool. Make sure that you know how to pace your time and not overdo it. Okay. All right. Your love is all about new opportunities, new home, new job, new relations, new things. So some of you guys may be actually going towards new types of people and making connections, or you could be trying new things and taking your relationship up to a new level. To you guys who are in a relationship, it could be going to the next step. For you guys who are not in a relationship, you could be having a new person that matches you in a new way. Family is all about new insight and realization. You are going to see your family and the people you consider close to as they are, not what you want them to be. You cannot go over there and look at people, things, and situations and make them into what you want them to be. Trust and receive. I've done it. If somebody says that they are this, that, and the third, believe them. If you're seeing a red flag, believe it. It is a red flag. It's not a purple flag. It's not a miswarning. It's not an error. It is what it is. See people, situations, and things as they are, what they're going to be, and what they will become. See it with clear eyes. Okay? All right, my Cancer babies. Your friendship, however, is all about romance, childishness, and irresponsibility, being carefree. You could be having a friend that is either like unbothered, okay? Or you guys just have that carefree energy where you guys just do what you want to do. It's fun, but at the same time, balance it with something structured, okay? Make sure that you can have fun with your friends, but make sure that your friends are not just here for the good time. They're also here for the rough times as well. That's a real friend. A real friend is for you for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Life is not always about rainbows and roses, man. I wish I could say that it is. It is not. All right. Now we're going to talk about your spiritual growth, baby. I am really proud of you guys because the energy you guys are bringing for 2026 is all about communication, ethics, and introspection. You're going to be learning to understand yourself in a more clear way. Okay. When it comes to communication, you're going to be able to speak your piece and communicate with people who are worth your time. There's numerous ways of communications. I tackle three. Who knows? Maybe next year it'll be like a fourth thing because, like, oh my days. I'm sorry, is that it's probably here. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, right? The first type of communication is when somebody talks to you, you hear them, then you talk to them, they hear you, and it's a healthy back and forth, okay? That's the first type. The second type is when somebody only wants you to hear them and you never get a voice. It's like you listen while I talk and you do everything I say. It's kind of like one sided. That's the best way I can put it. The third type, they try to understand. There may be a boundary with the language or the way that you like express yourself or whatever, but there is effort in the communication. There is a trying. It just takes a little bit of time to get there. Okay. You want somebody that you can talk to and can talk to you. And you also want somebody that makes forth an effort. So the fact that you guys are going to bring in communication for your spiritual outlook, I'm really happy because you should not go over there and be quiet and not feel like you have a voice. You have a voice, baby. You are somebody's someone and you deserve to be heard. Now, I don't know what happened this year of 2025, but 2026, we're not going to go over there and silence our voice to make everybody comfortable. No, we're going to speak our motherfucking piece, baby. All right, now ethics, let's get into that. The easiest way I can explain ethics without going into a whole philosophy about it is this. At the end of the day, people believe in two things, okay? The world is black and white, and the world is black, white, and gray. There are some things that are immensely evil, vile, and cruel. Okay, you can't cut it, dice it, and flip it. It is what it is. There's some things in this world that are inherently good and pure and divine. Okay, but a majority of us live in shades of gray. People do good things for shitty reasons. People will go over there, pretend to be your friend, do nice things, make sure that your guard is down because they're using and abusing you for money, status, or whatever, right? Some people do shitty things, but for a good reason. Somebody may steal food from a store because they cannot provide for their family, and it's the only way that they can feed their children and their family, right? They steal. Is stealing right? No, you should not steal. Sometimes we get desperate and we do desperate things. It doesn't mean that person is bad, it just means they did a bad thing, even though their heart was in the right place. Gray. Nothing is good and bad, it is always gray. We live in a variety of gray. Some dark gray, some light gray, some silver, some chartreuse, whatever it may be. It is all gray. When you look at people and understand why they did it, you can get your character and morals a little bit better. Ethics is all about the gray questions, the lesser of the two evil. Would you kill 5 people to save humanity? Some of you guys would say, yeah, I would kill 5 people. It's only 5 people. What is 5 people compared to the world? What if those 5 people were your family? What if they were your fur babies? What if they were somebody that you loved and you had to kill them 5 times just to save a world? That's not an easy question, man. I couldn't kill 5 people to save humanity. I'm the kind of person that would find option C. I always believe that instead of one or the other, there's always a third option. You know what I mean? I don't see things limited. I see possibilities, and you just have to look at it in a certain angle. Sometimes that way of thought is not productive or even adequate to solve some issues or problems that are at hand. You know what I mean? All right. That's what I mean by gray question. Ethics is not black and white, it is black, white, and gray. It will mess with you because different perceptions are infinite. There's infinite viewpoints and infinite concepts and infinite ways of doing things. So you guys are going to be understanding your character code and how you go about things and what you believe in and how you view the world and how you can interpret your view of the world and bring it to your everyday life and how you can go over there and live your peace as well as being in your character. Your character, not the character of your family, not the character of your friends, not what other people want you to be, Cancer. What you are, what you want to be, and who you are going to become. Mm, it's heavy, I know. Now, introspection. Think of yourself as a tree, okay? I'm going to have some tomatoes. Hold on. Now, much like spiritual growth, right? Your feet and your legs are roots, right? So down here to my feet are roots. Up to here is trunks, and these are my branches, okay? If I'm growing in a toxic environment, I may grow up crooked, bent, right? And I'm not entirely straight because I have a dangerous environment that I'm growing in. So it's feeding my roots, it's going up to my trunk, and it's coming to my branches. I'm producing toxic traits due to a toxic environment. But when I understand where the toxic is, where the problems are, and I step outside that environment, right, and I put myself in a healthy environment, I work on dealing with my issues. I work on adapting my mindset and changing how I handle certain things so that way I'm a happy, healthy version of myself. I may not grow straight, but I'm going to grow strong. Okay? Introspection, understanding the roots of yourself. If you're controlling or you know somebody that's controlling, dominating, and rude, right? A lot of times people in pain who don't heal turn to hurt other people and cause more damage on themselves and others, okay? So when I was healing, I was learning to be more patient. I was learning to be more kind. I was trying to understand where the anger and aggression came from. The anger and aggression came from pain. The pain came from sadness. The sadness came from mistreatment. Because of mistreatment, it made me sad. Because nobody heard me when I was sad, I got angry. And when I got angry, everybody listened. That anger turned into control, and it turned into rage, and it turned into wrath. And it got to that point where I was like, you know what? I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be this way. I don't like being this angry woman. I'm tired, right? That's where you start to change yourself. You get so tired of everything that you just automatically be like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. A lot of times we wait for somebody to save us. Sometimes, baby, you got to save yourself. And I pray that y'all don't think I'm being an ass or that I'm being mean or ugly, right? Okay. So when I worked on my anger and I understood that came from pain and I worked on healing that pain, now I'm not saying that when you heal, you're going to be 100% healed, but you're going to be able to handle your triggers a lot better. You're going to be able to give yourself kudos and grace. And again, you're constantly building yourself up. So introspection is a form of healing, but it's also a form of acceptance. I accept that these are my flaws. I understand that these things I cannot fix, but I can do that. I can work here. I can fix that. I can do better. Okay? That's what it is. That's the energy. That's the vibe you're bringing in for 2026. And I'm really proud that you guys are really actually accepting and understanding yourself on a deeper way. Because if you don't understand yourself and you can't go over there and be that for you, right, you may find it in the wrong places. Believe and receive. I found it in wrong places before. Hell, here's the thing that I'm going to say, right? I wish that when I was on this healing journey, that somebody told me what healing was because I had to figure this shit out on my own. Like, I had to figure this crap on my own, man. And I was just kind of like, I'm happy that now I know because, like, I can tell you guys, like, hey, man, when you start this journey, it's an everlasting journey, like the never ending story, right? It's the never ending healing. You're relearning all these years of shit and you're doing it better, right? And as you're healing, you're learning not to pass it on to the next generation because Trauma can be a generational curse. That's a video for a new thing. All right. We. Mm, this is the one they saw swimming. Well, you guys are going to be doing a lot of things for 2026. Let's go, Cancer. Yo, bro. Hold on. Let me pull the rest of them out. So, what is going to be y'all's problem for 2026? Okay. What's going to be your thing that's going to help you? I pray that you guys get the Joker some. Okay. What is going to be the theme for Cancer 2026? Bro, let's go. Yo, bro. I'm genuinely happy. Okay, so let's get into January through December, right? And then we will like break it down in half. So let me have my food. Wait a second. Hmm. Eight of Diamonds. Man. Mm. You're gonna be so freaking annoyed with me. Firstly, I'm sorry. Okay. So for January, February, and March, the first 3 months of 2026, right, my Cancer babies? You guys are going to be focusing on emotions and empathy. So, this is all about having compassion and understanding for yourself and how you feel, as well as being compassionate and understanding to others, and having other people who are just as compassionate and empathetic to you as well as themselves. Okay? You cannot go over there and be giving, giving, giving to people who are, cannot receive. Because you guys give a lot to everybody, and you deserve to have some peace, but you also deserve to connect with people, situations, and things who are empathetic and kind. Okay? Okay. So that's for the first 3 months of 2026. For April, May, and June is all about family contentment and joy. Your loved ones, peace of mind, and happiness. All right? That's going to be the theme. Creativity and charisma is going to be for July, August, and September. So for one half of y'all's, like, birthday month, it's all about your support, your loved ones, joy, peace of mind, and happiness, right? And then the other half is all about tapping into your charm and being creative to solve your problems. Now, for the last 3 months of 2026, is about planning and preparing. Some of you guys are going to be planning and preparing to do something big. Make sure you put effort, time, and energy into it. Your problem is going to be teamwork. Do not be afraid to use people. And when I say use people, ask for help. Just like I told all the other signs, right? I'm a Virgo. We are very stubborn. And I know that a lot of Virgos will be like, yeah, I'm stubborn, but yes, I have my reasons why I'm a hard ass on some shit. I can tell you guys that. I can own that. Like, yeah, I'm stubborn because experience has taught me that people cannot be relied on. But at the same time, as a mature person, right? As somebody who I think is somewhat evolved, I'm not like the high mage and the high sage and all that. I ain't talking like I'm at that level. I'm just saying that, like, I know what I can do and I know what I need to work on and I know where it's coming from, but I also understand that you can't use past experiences as an excuse not to ask for help. You can't do things by yourself all the time. Like I told Aquarius, right, for their reading before I did this video. You can be independent and stand on your own and have confidence in yourself. You can, but it's a double edged sword. You have to have somebody that you can rely on to lift you up and have people that can help you with your goals. They have the same goal. You guys help one another and makes it easier. If you get so independent that you don't rely on anybody, you'll end up killing yourself because you're doing too much. And if you end up being completely dependent and you can't do anything on your own, you end up relying on people that can also be very detrimental, that can be damaging to you. You have to be able to do your own thing and also be able to work with others. Work with others and also have confidence in yourself that you can do your own stuff. Don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? Make sure you're going over there and getting help from people who can do it. Don't go over there and get the people who are like all talk, no action. You talk the talk, can you walk the walk? That's it. If you cannot be walking the walk and talking the talk, get out. It's 2026. Don't be wasting your time with bullshit, guys. Don't do it. Y'all are worth a lot. Okay? You're worthy. Now, speaking of, how are we going to be able to help you out with this situation? Endurance, diligence, and strength. Be persistent, keep on going, and be wise with your strength. Strength doesn't always have to be physical. You can be mentally strong. You have a strong mind, you can calculate and think things through. You have a strong heart. Though you feel with passion and you have a lot to give emotionally, you're not going to let your emotions control you. You're going to accept them and use them as you need, as well as like strong in your soul, right? So when I have strength in my body, I know how to work my body without overdoing it. When I have strength in my mind, I think things out. I calculate. When I have a strong heart, just because I have emotions doesn't mean I'm going to go over there and lose control of myself with my feelings. I'm going to feel my emotions and also handle business. When I have a strong spirit, I may be hurt, I may be upset, but I'm not going to give up on myself and on my dreams. That's a strong spirit. So, with endurance, diligence, and strength, endurance, keep on going. You never know how far you're going to go or how far you're from your goals if you stop and give up on yourself. You are worthy. You can do anything you put your mind to. Okay? You're stronger than you know. Whether you are born underneath the Cancer sign, whether you have it in your birth chart, whether you have a Cancer spirit or know somebody of it, okay? Or this reading resonates with you. Don't go over there and think of yourself as less. You have a lot of power. You just may not know it yet, or you may not see how powerful you really are. That being said, endurance is persistence, okay? Diligence is keeping on going, making sure you're practicing and honing into this skill. By using your time, energy, effort wisely, you can be able to work with people who are worth your time, energy, and effort. And at the end of the day, y'all are going to be getting resources. The theme for 2026 for my Cancer babies, right? Resources and giving and receiving money. You guys are going to be having a lot of finance coming your way. You just have to go about it in a smart way. Now, that being said, I am going to. I was going to get something to eat. I have some chips that I can snack on, so we're going to be talking about 2025 and your career through your spiritual outlook for part one, okay? Part two will be December through December and January through December, problem solution and theme. All right, all right. Okay. Oh, wow. So, because you guys, for this year, right, 2025 is all about moving on and getting to a better place mentally. Work on your mental health. Let go of unnecessary things. Things that are tying you down, holding you back. You got to let it go. You cannot carry that. Why are we doing this? Juggling resources and waiting on results. We're putting ourselves into a lot of places and seeing which is going to fall into place, which one's going to be profitable. Okay. What will help you is independence and self reliance, standing on your own and being able to have confidence in your own actions that you got this. At the end of this, you guys are going to be doing recuperation and recovery, pacing and taking your time, building yourself up, okay? Unlike the eight of clovers, which may pop up in the future, right? I don't know if that's going to be something that y'all are going to have in this reading, but it might be. Recuperation and recovery is finding your rhythm and beat, okay? Inside, like, okay, my opinion, okay? My opinion. Firstly, every spiritual person that does their practice does it in a different way. That's the gloriousness about spiritual practice and being witches and all that. There's different ways to go about it. For me, I have to have balance in myself, but I have to be in constant rhythm and beat physically. Okay? So let me explain that. You're supposed to balance your shadow and your light. You're supposed to have duality in yourself, accept those sides of you, and be able to have this inside. Okay? It may not be like this, but it's at a steady rhythm and pace inside. Outside, you're supposed to manage your time, energy, and effort for your physical surroundings. Okay? That means I work, I rest, I take time off, I have time to do things that I like. I put effort into here, but I'm not making it my whole thing. I'm not putting all my stuff into work and not enjoying some things off. Like it's important to make money and have, stability, 110%. You can't kill yourself doing one thing. And you also can't go over there and do nothing and expect things to fall in place. There's a balance. So if you guys have been feeling like you've been stretched out too thin or doing too much, you're learning how to get yourself together, okay? Find your rhythm and your beats. Some people can work with cathartic, crazy energy. Some of us can do that. Some of us cannot, okay? Some of us can work slowly and build it up. So when you're working, like organize your time. Make sure that you're taking time to get yourself situated and neat. Write your days of work and off days on a calendar. Do a planner. Get yourself organized and ready. So that way you're not overwhelmed and bombarded with other things. This also helps you with your mental health because mentally we can overthink. Like, I don't think people understand that, like the inner things, right? Your spirit, your heart, and your mind. People cannot see the struggle. This is not like a Charlie Brown thing. This is not the Peanuts, okay? Where when people are stressed out, you see scribbles above their head. A lot of it feels like you're drowning on the inside and can be overwhelming and a lot. It's okay. You just need to find your balance. You need to find a way to get yourself just have a structure, okay? Take it slow and build it up as you go. Then, when you get to that good rhythm and beat, run with it. You don't have to get everything done all at once. Mental health is all about how you think because how you think affects how you feel. And when you feel and think something is ugly, it affects your body. Your body's taking in that tension, that stress, and storing it. It also takes a lot out of your spirit because your spirit is your essence, it's the flavor, it's the aura, right? It's the nougat, if you will. And when it's feeling off or off centered or overwhelmed or anxious and nervous, you don't have a lot of energy and, like, you just don't feel like you can do it all. It can really affect you. So make sure your mental health is good. Make sure you're giving yourself break. Make sure you're writing nice notes about yourself and telling yourself that you're beautiful. Like, look how far you've gone. 2025 has been a clusterfuck. It's been crazy for everybody. I don't know your personal battles. I don't know what you guys are going through. Okay. And I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm just saying that look how far you came. You overcome a lot of things this year that you thought you could never come from. Look how far you've come. And now look how far you're going to go. You guys are so close to getting the things that you want. It just requires some time, effort, and energy, and some balance, and letting go of certain things that are getting in your way. All right, now we're going to talk about your career, baby. Y'all know how I was talking about that Eight of Clovers? It just popped up. I had a feeling it might. I'm getting really good at this point where I can almost call the cards out. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, for your career for 2026 is all about victimization and giving up. We are giving up things that no longer work for us, but we're not giving up on ourselves, okay? Like I explained when it came to the healing thing, forgive yourself. Let go. Like, here's the thing, forgive yourself because you did things that you had to do. Everybody in life has to make decisions that are less ideal. Okay, I've done a lot of things this year that I never thought I could do, but I did it. Those are the choices. I chose the best one, and there's things that I have to live with. Okay, am I proud? No. Did I want it to be this way? No. The same thing goes for you guys. Nobody was there when you had to make the tough decisions. Nobody has the right or the audacity to come to you and be like, oh, well, you know what, Cancer? I would never do that. Listen, were you there? Were you there with me? Were you holding my hand? Were you giving me hugs and kisses when I had to make these decisions? No. So shut up. You don't know. You have no right to say anything about me and the things that I had to do because that's what life gave me. It gave me this and I did what I can, right? So, anyways, forgive yourself. If anybody you should forgive, you should always forgive yourself and give yourself grace. Okay? I'm not really about forgiving other people. Now, there's some people I can turn the other cheek for, and some people who can just stay in their lane and stay the heavens away from me. Like, you know who you are. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. There's nothing between us. There's nothing you can do. I don't care about you anymore. Anywho, work on your scars, right? Mental scars, memories that are haunting you, emotional scars, feelings that may make you feel trapped, physical scars. How does your mind handle, like, how does your body handle stress and being overwhelmed and threatened? Okay. And spiritual scars, things that make your soul still feel like it's stuck in the same place. Even though you're in a different place, you may still have flashbacks or like you physically or mentally or emotionally respond due to how you feel on the inside. Okay? All right. Work on your trauma responses. Let go of unnecessary people. Work on loving yourself and connect with people who are healthy to be around. Now, the reason why we're having healing is because of unreliability and taking risks. Okay? So, impulsiveness. You could have been dealing with impulsive people at work that make you carry so much. And I feel like for some of you guys, you may have a new job, but that could be something that you're afraid of. Like, is this something that will happen again, right? This person kind of showing this thing, will it go again? You don't have to be with other people who stress you out. And when it comes to work, yeah, when it's coming to work, baby, make sure you're not dealing with unreliable people. Don't be dealing with impulsive people. You can try new things to do for work, okay? Make sure you think it through and don't do it just out of impulsiveness. What's going to help you with the impulsive people or energies or things that just don't make sense? Organization and moving quickly. Like I said for the 2025 thing, right? Unlike the Eight of Clovers, The four spades is more about like finding rhythm in B. The eight of clovers is all about making moves. Okay. A, B, C equals one, two, three. Let's get into it. We organized it, we set it up. Now let's go. Because you're getting yourself organized, you're not going to be dealing with things that don't make sense. Unreliability only comes when you're not planning things out or when you're being impulsive, not thinking things through, right? Okay. You can try new stuff. Taking a risk is fine. Just know what the risks are, the pros and the cons before you try something new. By getting yourself organized and making moves, you're not going to go over there and be tied down by unreliability. At the same time, make sure you organize yourself so you're not overwhelmed and bombarded. Because this is the end of the energy, right? This is why we're having all this victimization and giving up, carrying burdens, responsibility, and debts. You got to make sure that when you're working, you're not overwhelming yourself. Pace yourself, organize yourself, and get it done. You don't have to do everything all at once. I don't know who told you guys that you had to. I don't know who taught it to you. I don't know if it's something that you picked up recently or if you've always been this way. You can't do everything by yourself. That is also why y'all gonna need teamwork, okay? Because you can't do everything by yourself. It's okay to ask for help. When you ask for help, you get people who are reliable, people who you can count on. Your mother freaking A team, the A OK, the all right. Yeah, I got it. Let's go. People you can communicate with and help you lighten the load. Because if you're just going to go over there, be impulsive, not organize yourself, you're going to be overwhelmed with work, which is also going to stress you out in your family, friends, and relationship. Okay? Things are a lot more connected than we are led to believe. Now, I'm going to keep this out and pull another card, okay? There we go. There. That way, I don't get it confused. Okay. Sorry. So for your wealth, right, it's all about hard work and reliability, making sure that we work hard for what we want financially and make sure that it's reliable. Something we can count on, it's dependable, it falls in place. Why? Ooh, okay. Great wealth and inheritance is what we're working hard for. So you guys are going to be getting it. All right, my Cancer babies. Shit. Victory and achievements is what's going to help you guys. All right. Yeah, work on your work stress, baby. Work on your work stress. I feel like financially, you guys will be okay once you handle your work problems and things of that nature. Charisma and creativity. All in all, this looks really nice. Because you're working hard and being reliable, you're able to get great wealth and inheritance, which is also leading you to victory and achievement. And because you're doing this, you're able to get it by being charismatic. You're using your charms and your natural ability, okay? Charms is not materialistic. It's not money. It's not the nice cars. It's not the pretty house. It's not the status. What do you have inside yourself that draws people to you? That is your charm. Okay, don't let anybody come tell you guys that only certain people are charismatic, only certain people have charisma. Listen, either they don't know or they're just dumb. Okay, everybody has charisma. Everybody, from babies to older people, tall, short, whatever your ethnicity may be, you are all charming. Tap into your charm, baby. Use your gift. You're blessed with gifts. Use them. Okay? And when it comes to creativity, you're looking at things in a different view. You're looking at it in a different angle. Just because you have one problem doesn't mean you only have one solution. You can have infinite solutions for one problem, and one solution can solve many other problems. Okay? When you think like that, you can overcome a lot of things trying to hold you back. Financially, you guys got it going on. Okay? Make sure you work hard. Make sure it's reliable. on how you use your money. Don't go over there and spend it on things that you don't need. Okay? You can get really cute clothes for very cheap and reasonable prices. You should not have to go over there and spend money trying to please other people. If that is the case, let them go. If you cannot be yourself and they cannot accept you for who you are. Now, if you have like a problem, all right, and you're like a mean person and you need to change, that's understandable. But you just being your authentic self, you shouldn't have to go over there and feel like you need to please other people, be a certain way, and not be you. You know what I mean? Okay. Don't know why I needed to say that, but yeah. Great wealth and inheritance, victory and achievements, creativity and charisma for your finance, baby, for 2026. That's beautiful. And you know what? Charisma is going to be your thing for like July, August, and September. So tap into it. Yes, absolutely, baby. Absolutely. All right, we tackled your work and we tackled your finance. Now we're going to tackle your love life. hmm Let me have a sip of my drink. I shouldn't say it's a drink, it's really just yogurt. I thought the thickness would come out as protein. Whoosh. So, for your relationship, baby, it's all about new opportunities, new job, new home, new relations, new money, right? So, what's the cause of it? What's up with Cancer's relationship for 2026? Ooh. Oh, deep attraction, maybe. All right, get into it. I'm so happy for you guys. I really am. The Ace of Hearts, bro. New friendship and romance. Y'all are definitely gonna be getting somebody. They better treat you right too. What's the outcome? Who? My days. Who? Okay. Attention to detail, focus, and practice. So time, energy, and effort. Okay. So for relationships, y'all are definitely going to be having new opportunities for your love life. Make sure that you go after something that you're passionate about, that you're attracted to. It's okay to start off as friends. It could turn into a new relationship. At the same time, make sure that they put energy, time, and effort into you, and you put time, energy, and effort into them. When you guys are learning each other, you guys can build a very strong bond. But I like it. I liked it. I was kind of scared when it came to your jobs and things, but like, oh, that is so sweet. Y'all are going, because you're doing deep attraction, you're going after things that you're passionate about, things that you like doing, right? You can meet somebody in the future who may become a friend that will also turn into a really good relationship because of you guys starting it off slow, right? You'll be able to create a bond with one another. And that's really good to have in a relationship. Firstly, for you guys who are new to relationships, okay, I'm so weird when it comes to relationship advices because, like, I'm all about trusting your partner, but I also want you guys to understand you don't have to tell your partner your trauma story. You don't have to tell them the origin stories about your ups and downs and all arounds. You're going to have to understand that there's going to be some things your partner may not be comfortable with telling you, and you may not be comfortable with telling your partner, and that is okay. That is okay. Out of the people I've dated, I've told like two people my origin stories, and I've dated like five, okay? Not much, but yeah. And I only told those two people because I trusted them enough for them to like be like, okay, the reason why I'm this way is because of that. And I know that you won't hurt me and I trust you enough for this, right? Other times I'm like, look, there's some things y'all gonna ask me and I'm not gonna answer it, and you're gonna have to be okay with it. The same way as you're gonna have to be okay with maybe there's some things in their past they don't like talking about. It's okay. What matters is that you guys can build with each other. They lift you up, okay? They support you. They put your needs in their actions, and you put their needs in your actions, and you guys work with one another. In a relationship, it comes off in stages, okay? The first stage is the honeymoon stage. Oh my God, everything they do is cute. They're the sweetest. OMG. And once that phase kind of runs over, the little things that you thought were cute are not as cute as you think. Some people be like, oh my God, I fell out of love. I don't love them anymore. Yes, you do. You do love them. There's nothing wrong. It's just that going over there and thinking that they're heaven on earth without seeing their imperfection is going to mess you up in the future. Okay? Nobody is perfect. That is fine. Are there flaws? Red flag. I have my flaws. Okay? A flaw that is a red flag is somebody that lies, somebody that's manipulative, somebody that acts one way to others and acts another way to somebody else, somebody that is deceitful, somebody that plays mind games, somebody that gaslights you. And I want y'all to understand gaslighting always starts small. It always starts small. It will be a keys. They'll move your keys around. They'll say that the food isn't good, that you didn't season it well, and you did. They'll say that my favorite food is salmon with broccoli and a chocolate cake, and you're gonna go there and you make their favorite food, and then they say, this isn't my favorite food, I hate this food. Why would you say that? You said it was your favorite dish, so I made it for you. That's not what I said. You don't listen to me, right? Gaslighting. Are they abusive? Do they shout? Do they get into your face? Do they try to intimidate you? Those are red flags. Now, them going over there snoring a lot, or maybe they tell the same joke over and over again, or maybe when they laugh, they chortle or whatever. Maybe they have a bad habit of closing off when they're hurt. Understand what you can deal with and what you cannot deal with. Okay, the ones that I stated out first, right? The red flags. Do not think they're going to change. Do not think for a second that when they tell you they're sorry, they mean it. They do not. They will not change. Get out. If somebody comes to you guys, Cancer, in a relationship and says, if I can't have you, no one can. You belong to me. You are mine, right? I own you. Those are control. That is a red flag. Run. 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 Run away, okay? Because again, people will show you who they are, but because we're in the honeymoon phase, we see all the rainbows and unicorns. We see it with red lenses, with pink lenses, right? Rose quartz lenses. Rose quartz is a good crystal for self-love, friendship, healing, and emotions and things of that nature, okay? But it's pink. All the red flags look like regular flags. All the warning signs look like regular signs because you're seeing it with pink lenses. When you take the pink lenses off and see it with clear quartz, clear lenses, clear energy, you can estimate and understand what can I handle, what can I not. And you also have to understand that people are different. Okay? You're not going to get the same type of abusive person. If you do not learn your lesson, the traumatic experience, you will repeat it again. Different person, same thing. So that's why I'm telling y'all for relationship of 2026, go after people and situations and do things that you like, things that you're passionate about. Most likely you guys will run into somebody doing something that you like, and you guys will either become friends, which is new friendship, which will turn into romance. And also with time, energy, and effort, you guys can make it into something beautiful because at the end of the day, it's a new opportunity. It could be something that you needed. You may find a really healthy person that could be your new boyfriend, girlfriend, or partner, right? Your queen, king, royal in between. And then maybe you guys turn into friends and stay friends, or you guys become relationships. There's no need to rush. Now, after you get done with the honeymoon phase and you see them for what they are, you guys are going to learn how to mix and match your personality. This is the mixing phase. You have your personality, your beliefs, and the way that you see things. They have their own stuff too. You are not going to find an equal. Your weaknesses is their strength, and their weaknesses is your strength. And you guys are going to learn how to combine yourselves and become united, not divided. As you unify yourself with this person, you are with this person as a whole, and you're also separate because you're your own people. Okay? You're a garnet. You're a garnet when fused, and you're a ruby and a sapphire separate. You still enjoy each other's companies. You can do your own thing, but you also can spend time together and have that safety and have that love and have that warmth. You know what I mean? After you guys get into the mixing phase, you guys kind of learn that each time you guys are in this relationship, the longer you guys are together, right? You guys are evolving and growing into different beings that are also going to be together in this time. You're not the same person you were 5 years ago, and you're not going to be the same person 5 years from now, okay? There are going to have to love all phases of you, all versions as you grow and evolve. The same way as you got to love the versions that they grow into. Okay? That's why I say it's good for you guys to start off as friends. Now, if you guys are in a relationship and the new opportunity is like, oh my goodness, we are planning and preparing to do this, that, and the third, you guys may be getting into a stronger sense of your relationship already. Like it started in 2025. Now we're bringing it into 2026, and hopefully it grows. Because so far, I don't see anything ugly in it. I don't see it. I just see you guys like doing your own thing. For you guys not in a relationship, y'all doing your own thing. You find somebody or you have someone. You guys start off slow and it turns into something beautiful. You manage your time, energy, and effort with them, and they do the same for you, and it's a give and take. You're not all giving everything and not receiving anything in return. When you give, they give. When you receive, they receive. And that is really cool because Cancer, you guys as people, right, as a whole, the ones that I know, you guys are very generous. You're very giving. You're very nurturing. You're very kind. And people tend to take advantage of that. They take advantage of your giving nature and they think that they can go over there and take advantage of you. And they don't understand that once a giver stops giving, they're not going to go over there and be that same person anymore. So I think it's nice that you have a partner that gives you what you're giving them, that allows you to be loved, accepted, and nurtured. Also, just on a side note, make sure you guys have your own account. Have your backup safety money. Men, women, and ladies, and my people, right? My queens, kings, and royals in between. Have yourself money saved that people cannot touch. My money is my Airtel thing. I have also an account with my mom, okay? A person that I trust. Like I have account with my family and I have account for me. That when I get married or when I get into a relationship, they can't take that from me because it's not theirs. When you guys get into marriage, your money is their money and their money is yours. And sometimes you can get into a situation where they change the passwords and they control all the things. So I'm not saying that's happening to you. I don't see that happening. Make sure you got your backup money, okay? Just in case something does happen, but really make sure you take your time, energy, and effort slow, build it up nicely. You guys are going to be fine, okay? But it's good to always have a backup money that you can use without feeling like you have to be stuck financially with somebody. It should be effortless with the right person. It should feel calm. There's no butterflies in your stomach. That's not it. When you're with the right person, there's no butterflies in your stomach. It's just peace. Just this person around you makes you feel comfortable and safe. And you're like, you know what? I can be with you in a relationship, or I can just be your buddy, or I can be your ride and die. But like when it's with you, it's just effortless. That's how you know you're with the right person. No butterflies, no goosebumps, no ringing of the bell. Your spirit, your body, and your mind is just relaxed and at peace. You're comfortable around them. You don't know why, but you are. That is your sign that you have the right person. All right, baby, let's get into your family outlook. We're just getting into all your business today. But I'm proud. I'm gonna say it now, guys. I am really, really proud of you, Cancer. This year, this coming year, baby, is gonna be nice. It is going to be nice. All right, so for your family outlook, you guys are gonna see things clearly. You're gonna see people, situations, and things as they are, not what you want them to be. What they are, who they're going to be, and what they will become. Clear sight. Okay. Why? Emotional detachment. Some of you guys are going to be cutting off toxic members. Do not feel ashamed. Not everybody deserves to be around you, Cancer. Not everybody deserves to be around you. Cut them off. They had their time. Their subscription has ran out. Recuperation and recovery. You're going to take your time. You're going to pace yourself and you're going to take it slow. I feel like a healing thing is going to come on. Either the Nine of Hearts, the Ten of Spades, maybe the Eight of Clovers, but I feel like a healing card is going to come out. Nine of Hearts. The reason why I said it is because when I looked at those two cards, I see that you guys are going to feel kind of sad about letting go of people because you want to have your family happy and you don't want to be the person that cuts people out of your life because you don't want to feel bad about it, right? But I also feel a lot of sadness. It's a lot of sadness and it's a lot of pain and it's just kind of heartbreak. It's okay because you're going to be seeing people a lot more clearly. You're going to see who's on your side and who isn't. It is not your fault that you have to cut people out of your life emotionally and make choices that you don't have to be with them anymore. It's their fault for doing those things. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you did not go over there, right? And decide to not be respectful and kind to other people. You gave your all. Some people are not meant to be with you. And when you remove them from your life, you're going to see a lot of blessings come in. I say that like a lot because I don't think people understand that there are people in our lives that are not supposed to be with us. And they are blocking, they're praying against you, they're hoping for your demise. A lot of times it's not witchcraft. A lot of times people are not going to shamans and witches and things of that nature praying for you to die or fail or whatever. A lot of it is just their energy, their vibration sent to you is negative. It's nasty. And you're wondering, why isn't things working out? Because these people are blocking it. When you remove certain people out of your life, things start to open up. They don't know what you're up to. They can't be touching your blessings because they have been removed. You feel me? So it's okay to be sad about letting go of family members, friends, and things and situations because, again, like that's not something you wanted, but it had to be done. They chose to do those things. You are not a bad person for protecting your peace of mind. And if anybody makes you feel guilty for protecting your peace of mind, they can get out too. You got to have the mentality like, don't let the door hit you where the cosmic Lord put you, bro. Like, bye. Okay? You cannot run my life. You are not healthy to be around. I give you everything and I get nothing in return. That's not what a family is supposed to do. A family is supposed to love you. They're supposed to accept you. They're supposed to be there for you and lift you up when you need it. And if they can't be there physically, at least be there checking on and making sure you're okay. You know what I mean? Family doesn't have to be blood related. If anything, 2025 taught me that. 2025 taught me about family, friends, relationship, and dynamics. Because how I used to believe before 2025 and when I got into this year, right? Versus how I feel about it now, I have cut off a lot of people in my life, man. A lot of family that was supposed to be in my back, I cut them off. And yeah, I didn't want it. It's not something that I woke up in the morning and be like, you know what, fuck these people. No, they made their decision. I tried. I tried. And I think you guys tried too. Don't feel bad. They're not worth your time. That's their problem, not yours. And while you're recovering and making sure that you're taking care of yourself and going through your emotions, right? You're going to be balancing your shadow and your light. I want you to understand that your shadow is not evil, okay? A lot of people are going to be like, shadow self is an evil self. No, it's not. It's the side that you have not been embracing, okay? Sorry, I have to pop my back, guys. At 30, your joints may start sounding like Rice Krispie treats. Yeah, anyways, hello world, right? We're talking about light and shadow. So we have three selves. Our lower self, where your pelvis is, right? The hips. Your middle self, around your sternum, chest area, torso, right? And your higher self is not on your forehead. That is your crown chakra. Your higher self is right above your forehead, just above it, floating right here, right? Okay. Our lower self, our shadow self, if you will, is where your inner child is, your pelvis, your lower self, okay? Your inner child hides in, it is like your survival, it is your primal instincts, it's your raw behavior, okay? Think about like being young, wild, and free, like a child that's just doing whatever they want, kind of thing, okay? Think of it like that. It's a rough crash course description of it. Your middle self, think of them about someone in their 19 through 25, okay, around that age group. They're the mature young adult kind of thing, right? They're doing their stuff. They're about goals, what their passions about, things that they like, how to go about it, what they want, stuff of that nature. Your middle self, okay? Your higher self is your elder. Think of it as a wise sage or a divine version of you. Okay? If you watch Legend of Korra and Avatar The Last Airbender, think of it as your spiritual astral projection self. Okay? That's your higher self. It connects to the spiritual, it connects to the higher wisdom, it connects to having infinite sight and seeing things way ahead than you can in your physical body. Now, with our light self is all the things that we like, our goodness, the things that we're great at, the more warm and friendly things. Our shadow self holds in all our anger, rage, insecurities, and things that we don't like about ourselves, right? So, as we are dealing with our light and shadow, you have to be able to understand that your shadow self is not hurting you. It is a version of yourself that you are not accepting. And it is tired of being ignored. So when you're being ignored, right, you get upset, right? You get irritated, you get annoyed. And because you get annoyed and irritated, you lash out. You're like, hey, you're not giving me enough attention. This is something that we need to deal with. You haven't been dealing with it. What is up with this? Why are you giving me that? Right? That's the energy your dark self is giving you, your shadow self, if I will. Okay? You got to do shadow work. If you want to have peace with yourself and you want to love yourself, you got to do shadow work. You have to. A lot of people may come after me and be like, oh, shadow work is the work of the devil. It's not the work of the devil. That's just bullshit. You can't love only your goodness and not embrace your flaws. I can tell you guys through shadow work, I find a lot of peace. I'm able to love myself a whole lot more because I embrace my insecurities. I know what I can work on. I know what to accept. And I'm like, okay, yes, I understand where you're coming from, and I apologize. I put you in a situation where you had to be the protector. Um, I think NF made a song about it. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. But like when I do, I may just like come back again on this video and be like, guys, for shadow work, a good expression or example is like when he's talking to himself. Okay, he's like, man, I had to be able to protect you. Your shadow self is your protector. They block out all these insecurities. But you have to be able to tell your shadow self that you can do things on your own and you're ready to face it. And you're sorry for putting them on those things. Your shadow protects your light, and your light loves your shadow. Whether it's a feminine, masculine energy in either of them or whatever, you are both yin and yang. You are duality. Your shadow and your light, your feminine and masculine energy. It is in you. Everybody has it. Now, some people tend to tap into more one of the energy than the other. To each is their own. Me personally, feminine and masculine energy and black and white, like my yin and yang, right? That is something I strive on. That's something that brings me balance. It makes me feel peace. When I'm able to love myself for my goodness and my bad, I'm able to accept myself on a deeper level, which means I'm not looking for it in somebody else. Now, when it comes to satisfaction, right? You make your own happiness, baby. Yes, you have loved ones that you care about and they love you too. They do. But there's some people who are going to try to jeopardize your happiness. You have to be mindful. You woke up today. You have food in your stomach. You have air in your lungs. You have blood in your heart. You have people that look up to you and love you and adore you more than anything. You know what I mean? And you are somebody, someone. Whether you know the person or not, you're somebody, someone. You have to understand that just because bad things happen, it doesn't last forever. It feels like it does, but it doesn't. And good memories, though we wish it would last forever, it doesn't. Enjoy the goodness, embrace the bad, and keep on going. Life is not meant to have a perfect life. It's supposed to be experienced. The messy, the beauty, the crazy, the intense, all of it. We are just people living in a world where we're supposed to experience life for all of it and enjoy the ride and enjoy the trip and do what makes us happy. Now, if they're not going to go over there and support you, screw them. If they're going to go there and be unnecessarily rude and backstabbing and whatever, fuck them. They're not worth your time. And you shouldn't have to feel like a bad guy because you have to put your peace of mind over bullshit. You are worthy of having peace of mind. You do a lot. You do a lot. So be nice to yourself. If they can't appreciate you while they had you, then they can go over there and be salty without you. They're blocking your blessings anyways. You deserve to be blessed. You deserve to have happiness. You deserve to have joy. I mean that. I'm not just saying it because I'm speaking out of my ass. I want you guys to have happiness and joy. I want you guys to be good. Now, for your friendship, it's all about romance, childishness, and irresponsibility. That's right, we're being carefree. It feels like a friendship that you just can be really funny with. Like, hopefully, you guys work well with each other, but it's just kind of like, I do what I want when I want it. I'm not tied down. I'm unbothered. I'm just living my life. That's what it feels like. Let me have my yogurt shake thingy majigger. Hmm. So the reason why we're having carefree is all about encouragement, enjoying fruits of our labor. Okay. You better have an encouraging friend. Bro, I am really liking Cancer's reading. Like, I was scared, guys, but now I'm not. Okay, I know I need to get that card. I just gotta make sure. Ooh, creativity and charisma. This is like the third time it's popped out. Okay. Ooh. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm just gonna have to check. I don't think this is the one. Yeah, okay. I was right the first time. It's you. I have to double check when it comes to these cards, guys. Because, like, yeah, I love these tricks. The day that I have sour punch straws, though, I'm gonna cry. Hmm. Recuperation and recovery. Okay, why? So, the reason why you guys are enjoying yourselves and having like a carefree thing for friendship, due to encouragement and hard work, right? All the work that you're doing is paying off. You're having somebody that's encouraging you and you're encouraging yourself. You're tapping into your charm and looking at problems in a creative way. The outcome is recuperation and recovery. So you're taking your time, but you're not slowing down. You're finding the rhythm and beat. So I feel like even though you guys are having a good time with your friends, or at least with friendship, it should be really effortless. It should also be something like, yeah, we can have fun, but we can also be serious kind of thing. Like, I work hard and I play hard. And there's some times where I need a serious person to be my friend. Like, I may come to you with a problem and I don't want somebody to be like really joking about it. I mean, like, look, I need real advice. So, what am I supposed to do, right? Okay. I'm gonna keep this for a second though. Um, we're going to go into your spirit. Okay, your spiritual outlook for 2026. The energy you are bringing into is communication, ethics, and introspection. Communicating your thoughts, understanding yourself, and tapping into your morals. My God, I am so proud of you, Cancer. Oh, dysfunctional energy. I see why you're going to have to go over there and communicate now. Mm. Y'all definitely gonna be having an adventure. Let's go. Let's go. So, the reason why you guys are all about communication, ethics, and introspection is due to dysfunctional energy. Okay? Energy and disorganization. This card as a whole is dysfunctional energy. Energy that makes no sense. Okay? It doesn't make sense. It's overwhelming. Like, it's not overwhelming. It's just, it's annoying. It's staticky. Um, it's confusing, and at times when it's really bad, it's draining. Okay, so you're going to be able to speak your piece, understand your character code, and be able to understand yourself a lot better. That way you're not overwhelmed with dysfunctional energy. You can balance yourself a lot better. While you are balancing yourself a lot better, you are going to be making new friends and romance. Understand that is the same thing that popped up for your love life, right? And at the end of the day, you are also bringing passion. You're doing things that you're attracted to, things that you like, things that you want. By going after new friends and hopefully having a new relationship, balancing your energy a lot better, communicating what you need, knowing not to waste your time with stupid people, understand where your character code is, always evolving and changing. Like, here's the thing, believe what you want to believe, but always remain open minded. Okay, you don't have to be like everybody else. You can be like, hey, look, just because you like it, that's great for you. It may not be for me, but I respect your opinion. That's being open minded. Yeah, that's what that is. Introspection is understanding your insecurities, understanding your goodness and your bad. And you are going over there with already spiritual growth and satisfaction. You are learning how to really balance your light, heal from things that have been bugging you, and going into 2026 a lot more stronger and confident. Now, you may not be certain, you may not be 100%, but you are going in knowing that, hey, I got this. I may not know what is in store for me, but I got this. It's going to be okay. That's going to help. Whoops. Sorry. All right. Please stay tuned for part two, where we talk about January through December, your problems, solutions, and theme for 2026. Thank you guys so much. And if you like what I do and you're interested in a year reading, past, present, or future, it is 25K Uganda shillings through Airtel, MTN, and mobile money. You can send to my account. I have Airtel and I can receive both of those, right? Or 20 USDs or $20 for PayPal and Zelle. I am celebrating 1 year of YouTube on December 20th. I will either do a video like Thursday and we'll just kind of celebrate it, or I'll do it next week. And, it'll be something like that. Because on the 20th is on Saturday and I'm going to be celebrating with my family. So, yeah. And also, I'm celebrating 2 years of Marikuma Healing on January 8th. So that's why this offer is lasting up to January 9th of 2026. You're also welcome to look at different prices. Short card readings are $6, long ones are $20. There's specials. If you're interested in your palm being read, it's $6 either through Airtel or PayPal and Zelle. 2 hands are 20. I do counseling and advice. A week is $6, a month is 20, and a year worth of counseling is $120 through again Airtel, PayPal, or Zelle, because those three are my form of payments. Now that being said, thank you all for your love and support. Thank you again for 71 subscribers and hopefully more subscribers to come. Each time we get to 100, we will have a special video where we can all vote on what kind of video you want me to do. All right, slay the day, be happy and be gay. Peace out. And remember, you guys deserve to be treated right. So never settle for less.